What's up guys, Thomas McIntosh with Macintosh Trading, and today I'm bringing you guys just a recap of today, Wednesday, September 8th. I have quite a few trades to go over today, so let's just hop right into it. So first off, I'm going to start off with EFTR, and this one was just an absolute beast today. It ran from, it was actually $10 this morning and it ended up running to $40. So just an absolute monster of a move, 40% or 400%, sorry, if you had bought down here. And the way I traded this one, so lately there's just been some SPACs that have been getting like pumped. If you go back, I'm trying to think of the one from Friday that got a pump, IRNT. So this one had a gamma squeeze on Friday, just a massive move in after hours. It had no news, but had a move from $16 all the way to $42. And then there's been some other ones. The one that I'm reviewing today actually had the same pump yesterday. It actually pumped to $20 and then it sold off. It went from $8.90 to $20 and then it sold off and then it began running again today. So I kind of knew that this was going to be in play today. So we actually played. I actually bought a dip on this one just because I was pretty confident. It had the volume here. It had like 500,000 volume, and then it started picking up volume again. So I actually added right around here on this dip somewhere. I'm trying to find it. Oh, I actually added right around here. So I alerted it under $17 today. And the reason I did that is, like I said, these SPACs have been getting pumped. And then obviously if you go look at the daily, we had that resistance at 20 right here. So I knew if it broke 20, because it had a top here and top here, I knew if it broke 20, which I assumed it would just because of the volume and the movement in SPACs lately, that it would have a potential to run up to here. And then it actually broke all-time highs and actually ran up to 40, which we did not capture that move. But this one was just super easy to play. We took a nice lotto under 17 and ended up running to $40.42. So that was just a massive play today. Moving on, we've got GSAT today, and this one just opened today. I need to make sure I'm on the right day. Looks like I am. It just opened right away today with huge volume. It had nothing, not too much at open, 1.6 million, 1.1 million, and then just some massive flow started to come, 6 million, 11 million, 14 million, and it didn't hold its gains too well, but then it did come back up and then made a strong move, and then made a strong move into close as well. So this one was a little tough. It was a little choppy throughout the day. It was up, down, up, down, up, down, up. But this one had actually some Apple rumors, and there's an Apple event going on later in September. And then, as of course, like I said, the options flow here was just massive. So anytime there's massive options flow in the morning, just look for that to continue throughout the day, and then kind of that options flow will give you the confidence that you need to buy these dips and just ride them up. So I actually alerted this one, I believe 220s right down here on this dip I believe we caught, and it ended up running up to 230s, and then it actually ran to 260s, and then it hit 290 in after hours. So this was a pretty good trade. I definitely did miss out on a lot of profit on this one, just because it was super choppy, which made it kind of hard. But in all likelihood, I should have just trusted the trade on this one because of the options flow and just bought dips and waited for it, because this would have been an easy swing. If you go and look at the daily, it broke out of this flag at 243, and then the next resistance point is 298 right here, and above that we have nothing, clear skies. So this one will be in play tomorrow, so make sure you guys are watching that tomorrow. Next up we have ATER. This has been a beast, and it actually broke out of this wedge today. It had some pumpers on it for the last few days, and Will Mead actually got on it today as well. He said his potential target would be 11, and as soon as he started talking about it, this actually just began to run. It was right around it was right around here that Mead started talking about it, so I actually added some at 825 just to scalp it, and I did sell early, however. But this just ran to $10.47. It was definitely a little choppy. It had this nice breakout here, and then it just kind of dipped a little bit. So it was a little choppy, but this one definitely presented potential to make money on it, just scalping it, because there's a lot of shorts on it. It's heavily shorted, and the borrow rate is high. So if you go and look at the daily, it was just this is clear accumulation here, so this was ready for a move higher, and it finally broke out over that $9 mark. And once it broke that and held it, that was what kind of gave me an idea that okay, this is going to whatever 10, potentially 11, which it didn't. It sold off, but this one's still definitely in play for tomorrow as well. Next up we have any. I'm just going to try to fly through these. I know this might be kind of a longer video but because we have so many stocks, but just a ton of stuff ran today, so lots of money to be made. Next up, any here. This one we just bought in the morning here. It started showing momentum up here right before close, which is where we alerted it. We alerted it around 6 and under. Ended up running to 719, 744, and then it closed pretty good and held up in after hours. Now this one was pumped previously to, let's go back and look, it was pumped to $12, and they actually had an offering. So it dipped back down here and then dipped all the way to 570s, but today was the day that that offering was supposed to close, so I kind of figured that volume would come back in, and once it got back above this ADMA, it was just a perfect chance for this to just at least have a nice pop. So even if it doesn't hold gains or didn't hold its gains, we could at least bet on a nice pop. So it popped $1. It's up 20% today, so that was just a really easy trade today. Next up we have BBIG. This one is super tricky because it's just had kill candle after kill candle, and then you can go back and it's just had a couple of kill candles which have really kind of taken away the momentum. So this one has definitely been tricky. We did hold it overnight. I alerted it under 8, and then it ran to 1150 in after hours, and then it ran up to 1220, and then it dipped, and then we actually added around here again to scalp it, and it went to 1250. And then once it hit 1250, it just kind of had a sharp sell-off. So but this one was just super easy. The volume was there, the setup was there. It broke over all-time highs, which was just an idea that it would be going higher. So it went from, even if you missed out on everything else on this trade, once it broke 1192, this was just an easy one to trade up to 1249. And then if you go back and look, it had hit that in the morning. So once it tested this again, there was a high likelihood that that was going to break, and that's exactly what happened. It ran up to 1249 before kill candling, but this one just presented a lot of scalping opportunities today. Next up we have Root, and this one was just a super quick scalp today, but I'm adding this to this video because I still think it has potential for the rest of the week and potentially next week. This one is heavily shorted, but you can clearly see someone's been accumulating down here. It actually had a pop up to 842. I believe it popped even more in pre-market that day, but it popped 842 and then it came all the way down, and it's sitting pretty cheap here. So if it can break this $7 mark, I really think that this will go on a nice run. It's heavily shorted. Shorts have clearly been trying to hold it down, but this volume doesn't lie. Someone is clearly accumulating this, and it's definitely going to run. Today I simply added as soon as Will Mead tweeted. He sent a public tweet out, and the stock was sitting at 625. I think it was right here when he tweeted. So I added right away at 628, and it just popped up to 660s. That was just a super quick trade. Anytime he publicly tweets that he's long something, it's always going to see like a 5 to 10% pop, and that's exactly what I went for on this one. So that one was just a super easy trade. Lastly, we just have Lululemon, and oh my gosh, did I mess up this trade. So they had a huge earnings beat today, and I actually chased it a little bit. I added right here at 414, and right after that I actually added 1,000 shares, but this thing just kept mooning, and I actually sold super early. I'm not going to tell you guys when because I'm still mad at myself, but this was just a super easy trade. Something I've noticed is with these large caps, if they have a big earnings beat and they're like near their all-time high, like Lululemon is an industry leader, so there's always going to be more buying pressure on those, just because the buying is going to be stronger because people are in these for the long term. They're not selling. Like, this is just an overall good company. So like industry leaders like Apple, Tesla, I don't know, there's other ones, Google, Amazon, all those. If they have like a huge earnings beat and it's like, I mean, I don't know how this wasn't expected. We got a pretty decent dip here before earnings when this company has done well on earnings for the last like few years. But if it's near all-time highs, which it was 418, like that's just a pretty clear indication that has the potential to break those all-time highs. And even if you would have just only played the all-time high break, which I didn't, I kind of missed out on it, but that all-time high break was 417.75. It ripped through that on this candle right here, and then instantly went up to 424, and then actually closed near the highs at 433. So this one was just a crazy mover in after hours. It closed at the highs, and I think it'll still be, you're going to be able to scalp this one tomorrow. It might go 440, 450s. We'll just have to see, because even when this one has gapped up in the past, off of earnings, it has had strong runs even after that. So this one has potential for continuation tomorrow. So make sure you guys are on the lookout for that, because this one's just a beast. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'm going to try to do more recaps more often and try to do more videos more often. Life's hectic right now. As you guys can see back there, we're moving in like 3 weeks. So we're packing up some stuff and just getting ready to go. So I will try to bring some videos as soon as I can, and we've also got the podcast coming back soon. I know it's been months and I keep saying it's coming back soon, but I promise you guys it is coming back soon. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like, subscribe, retweet it on Twitter, just get it out there so people can start learning, start banking. But yeah, I will see you guys next time.